there. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer, Nanu. I'm here every Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel, 9 a.m. Brisbane time on Sunday. So if you're in New York time zone, you're now at about 7 o'clock, I think, Saturday night. If you're in California, I think it's about 4 p.m. Saturday. If you're in the UK, well, it's 11 o'clock at night for you in the UK. This is where I am, same bat time, same week, in and out, unless the world falls apart like it usually does and I can't be here for some reason. So let's get straight in today. You know, guys, every week I sit here and I think I've got nothing to talk about, but then something happens and I think, wow, that's what I've got to talk about. There is something I want to talk about today, but I'm not going to because I'm going to do a video about it. It's about King Charles. Come on. I don't want to say too much because, hello, I'm going to do a video about it. But something's not right. So I'm going to do my dowsing rods. I'm going to get my dowsing rods out. And I'm going to probably do a tarot or two and try and get the answers as to what's going on with the royal family at this point. Not everything is as we see it, as you would probably know. So, good morning, guys. I've just taken about 4 days off. Where the heck did they go? I haven't been on my emails. I've been on social media, but I've had a house guest for the last few days. So I haven't really done much, okay? This week, getting back into it. If you do want a reading, I do have heaps of spots available. Today I'm doing free tarot cards. So I'm giving everybody a tarot card today. But if you do want a private reading from me, I don't charge for what I do. All I ask is a contribution through PayPal. Email me with proof of what you've sent over so I know it's you. Tell me where you live so we can work out time zones because I'm in Nanu, Brisbane, Australia. And then we set a time and date and I send you a Zoom link. It's actually quite easy. A lady the other day, she made her PayPal contribution. She emailed me and said, hey, I'll just make up a place, UK, okay, because I've got Jim Holland on my head. She said, hey, I'm in the UK. I'm 9 hours behind you. Are you free at this time on next Wednesday? I was. So I replied with the Zoom link within about 3 hours of her making a PayPal. I love it when people do that. I'm not expecting it, but just email me so we can talk back and forth. At least you know that I'm not a robot. Oh, my God. I was in the absolute AI robot conversation last night for about 45 minutes. You know when you've got to ring something, it's not just another person. When you've got to ring a business and they have an automated bot and it says, hi, are you after this, press 1. If you're after this, press 2. You know those ones? I was in this loop and it says, do you want to do this? And I was saying, no. Okay, I can help you with that. Do you want this? No. Talk to someone, operator, customer service. Man, I was livid. And it's everywhere now. Have you noticed how many businesses are using these AI bots? Man, bring back the old days where there's people employed. People were employed to answer the phone and say, what is it that you need? I'm here to help you. These robots, I can't tell you how much they irk me. They upset my energy. Oh, my God. Ugh. Yes. I was up till about 12 o'clock last night just sitting there getting rid of all the energy from talking to these bloody bots when they don't employ humans anymore. You know, the world's going down the toilet, I should say, and it's not fair to all these people out there who are trying to get a job. You know, I feel so sorry for kids leaving school now and they say, oh, well, you know, back in my day, there was heaps of telephone operators needed. You know, there was heaps of them. Now, I would say 50% of the jobs that I used to have, like in the 80s, that were out there, all those jobs are now obsolete. They're no longer relevant because AI is taking over. And that's the worst part. That is really the worst part. When AI starts taking over, gathering all our information, I don't want them to know about what I do. If I go out tonight, they don't need to know where I'm going, how I'm getting there, what it's costing me. They don't need to know what time I'm leaving my house. But now they're trying to gather all this information to stereotype us. Have you noticed it? Because this is what is now coming. Okay? Okay. So I'm getting straight into it today because I am going out after today. I've got my daughter here. She's just been away for she had the Halloween party. They had over 50 trick-or-treaters come to the house where she stayed. Man, I love dressing up. Like I do my little part today with my bat shirts on, and I do my little nanners like Pac-Man. Chasing down the politicians, chasing down the ones who aren't elected, but they think they run the whole planet. You know the types. But isn't it good that we live in a world where it's still okay to pretend? Imagination, creativity. I love Halloween. If stuff Christmas, really, sorry, Jesus. I know it's your birthday, but we all have those, right? Oops. I'm not being blasphemous at all here because I love him. But at the end of the day, if there's one holiday I really, really do enjoy, it's Halloween. And as much as I get the only thing that really irks me about Halloween is that there are so many parents out there who train and condition their kids to say it's okay to walk up to strangers and expect a present. Demanding kids. This is what it creates, guys. So when we look at Halloween, how do you interact with others? I'll tell you how I interact. I walk door to door and I fill up their stock. I go door to door and give other people chocolates. As the kids are coming around, I give the kids chocolates. I never ask for things. I'm not that person. So, when I lived in America, I even said it to my husband. I said, oh my God, we've got to have a big bowl of candy at the door. And he said, no, we don't do Halloween. I said, you don't do Halloween, but I do. That did not go down well. But I got dressed up. I put on a black dress and I had some makeup, so I did crazy face. People were coming to the door. He was in bed. He was so pinged. He didn't want to do Halloween, but you know what? That showed me who he was. He's not a kind, generous kid at heart. Because in Halloween, we all want to be individual. Now, imagine if everyone just dressed as a ghost. Let's all put a white sheet over our head and we'll all just walk around the town as a ghost. We don't ever see that. We get everything out there. I love looking at these videos online where I saw one the other day and it was the dog dressed up as the, oh my God, what was the name? Little Shop of Horrors. The Feed Me Seymour, if you know the movie, Little Shop of Horrors. The big plant that eats people. The dog's dressed as that and the dog's head was inside the plant. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Imagination, creativity, because this is how we raise our vibration. This is how we create loving, gorgeous energy that we don't just sit in our living rooms and just say, oh, no, I'm not going outside tonight. We go outside and we share this emotion that we've created and we want to be seen. And it's in that, it's not boasting. It's just that energy that we create when we dress up into something that's not real. It's escapism 101, getting away from our dull and boring existences. Yeah? because that's why we dress up in Halloween, to go out and be something that we're not. I love it. You know, I would love to own a costume shop. Man, I'd be dressing up in all the costumes every single day. Mostly princess dresses. No, I'm not really into the princess dresses, even though I love castles, but I'm with the old big swords. I'd have the armors on. How can I help you today? Nanu, nanu. Oh, hang on, let's do him. Let's do him. I'd love to dress up as this guy.
Shazbot.
Shazbot.
More calling horse and come in, Orson. More calling horse and come in, Orson.
To the person who sent me this, I love it. My house guest was here this week. She got to see him. We played with Mork.
I am Mork from Mork.
No, 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 no. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's get into some tarot now, shall we? I hope Halloween was good for you wherever you are on the planet. We're in Australia. We had it here. And I love it that my daughter went down and experienced it with her friends. Okay, AD28, you're the first off the rank this morning. Yay! Beautiful, loving Linda. Oh, thank you. So happy to hear from you. Nano, nano. Your soul shines brighter than the sun. Oh, may I request a card? Thank you all so much. Well, for all my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Not only, I set this up an hour and a half before I go live. During that hour and a half, so it's usually about 7:30 in the morning, I go live at 9. So anyone who comments first, not only do you get the tarot card, but you also get the Love Dove card. So I've just got to explain it. So for anyone who comments before I go live, you get the Love Dove card as well. I call it Love Dove because it's a dove and every card starts with the word love. So AD28, you got yourself the Six of Swords. And your Love Dove card says, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. So please go and Google what the Six of Swords represents and then incorporate what this means as well into it. So you've got 2 cards for the day. There you go. So AD28, I hope that makes some sense for you. Okay, so there's your cards. Okay, so now we go down to, it's that Aussie chick. Okay, is my granddaughter okay? No. Don't get alarmed though. Don't get alarmed, it's that Aussie chick. Is my granddaughter okay? I'm hearing no. Now, please know, guys, I don't do readings for other people, but little bit of knowledge without giving away information, I sort of know the situation that it's that Aussie chick is talking about. Okay? This person is not an adult. Anyone over the age of 18 is classified as an adult, so I don't read for adults. If they're minors under the age of 18, I will tell you everything about your own kids. And I'm happy to, I do readings and people say, I say, how many kids have you got? Because one of them is going to be an architect and the other one's into ballet. And she says, how did you get that so accurate? So I like reading for kids because they're still minors. Is your granddaughter okay? It's that Aussie chick. I'm hearing no. Abuse father's meltdown. Yeah, this kid's seeing far more than what it should. Okay? So when we see abuse, fair enough, parental rights come in, but so do grandparents' rights. So if ever you get time alone with this grandchild, teach her what's right. You don't put the father down, but you show her through, or him, the granddaughter, yeah, it's a girl, show them through your actions the difference between how he treats and how you treat. Okay? Kids observe. They're sponges. They absorb everything. So if they're seeing something over here that scares them and they go over here and there's someone, oh, I'm so nice today, let's play this. Do you want, that's a pretty color that you're using to paint that picture. That sort of stuff that's encouraging. They learn the difference. We never put the other parent down. I've got Tashi. She doesn't live here. Her dad's not here. I will never put him down to her. Okay? I'm not one of those parents. And there's so many like it out there. It hurts me to see it. So show this granddaughter, if you can, the difference between what's good and what's not good. Okay? Very concerned. Of course you are. If you want to take this legal, there are avenues out there because grandparents, it's that Aussie chick you're here in Australia. I know Australian law with family law court, etc. There are now parental rights for grandparents if you want to go there. So let's see if these cards, that's a Page of Wands. Page is always good news coming. Page of Wands. It's that Aussie chick. That is a very good card for you today. News coming, which is good. And love tells you how it feels about you. So this is your granddaughter. Love tells her how you feel about her. Be honest and raw with her. Let her see the difference so she learns who and what she wants to trust in life. Okay? Love tells you how it feels about you, but that's about your granddaughter. So I hope this is good news coming with the Page of Wands as well. So please go research those and find your own special message. Okay, Marissa Dummel, Nanu, Dr. Lynda, I hope you and everyone here are having a nice weekend. Yes! May I please have a couple of cards? Well, you do. Towards whether I should update my Facebook along with posting videos. I'm actually hearing be careful with what you're posting. I haven't seen anything that would justify what I just said, but just be careful and mindful of what you would post. Remember your situation, okay? You don't want to give too much stuff away there, Marissa, okay? Be careful. That's all. And be mindful, okay? All right? When you get settled is when you can start doing it. All right? Okay, so your cards for the day is the Knight of Pentacles. I love Pentacles. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles and love would take out the trash and sweep floors. So this is all about getting house in order. And isn't that funny? Because I know your situation, Marissa. Get your house in order. Sorry, I'm laughing because I love it when the cards get it so accurate. Okay. Love would take out the trash and sweep floors. All right. Yep. Think of the little ones around it. All right, let's keep moving. Colin M. Yay! Colin M, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, Colin. You got yourself, the Knight of Pentacles. I love this card. It reminds me of Shrek. La-da-da, la-da-da. You know when she gets the two eggs and she blows the bird up with her singing in Shrek? La-da-da. This card reminds me of that. Knight of Pentacles. Love would trust in the angels to guide their pathway. Now, Colin, this is the time to look within yourself and really connect with your higher self. My book, which is going to be called The Higher Self Meditation Handbook, I would like it out in 2 weeks. This week I've hardly got any readings, so I'm going to really put in my energy to get this book done. I'm going to be doing a video when it's done, and I'll just say, if you want a PDF, come and give me a couple of dollars. If you want all 4 of my books, give me a couple more dollars, and I email them as a PDF so you can read them on your device. Okay? The good thing about my books being sent as PDFs, all you have to do is press the forward button and you can send it to 10,000 of your friends, and I don't care. Okay? People say I'm only doing my books for the bloody money. I don't do my books for the money because I love it. I've given away probably 50,000 copies of my books as PDFs over the years. Every single one of those can hit the forward button and send it to 10,000 friends. I don't care because that's me spreading what I know. Okay, so Colin, there's your card. Love would trust in the angels to guide their pathway. Of course, you'll get a copy of my book when it comes out. Okay. I will be here on a Sunday and I'll just say, by the way, today, guys, email me and you get a free copy. Thank you for watching my lives. Stay tuned for that one because I do like being generous, especially when I'm bringing new books out. Light and Love says, I just love it how I just sing, right? Light and love. I feel like I'm one of those New Orleans gospel churches. Light and love into your life. Light and love come into your life. I don't know if you've ever sat there and done that to yourself, light and love, but I'm doing it for you today. Hi, Linda and everyone. Blessings to you all. I'm pleased to have a card. Thank you. Of course, you got two because you were here early. So you got yourself the Hierophant. Oh, my gosh. One of the most powerful cards in the deck. And the Major Arcana. It's number 5. I love seeing the 5, the V. It's the Hierophant. Please go research what this one means for you. Okay? And your Love Dove card says, love would think positive thoughts. And as you know, with the Hierophant, it's all about manifestation. It's the Pope. It's the High Priestess card. It's everything spiritually connected to our higher self, our guides, our angels, universal energies. So, of course, put out all your positive thoughts this week, light and love. Yay! Now, James Holland, he already got his cards because James lives in the UK, okay? And he says, greetings, Dr. Lynda and everyone else. May I please have 2 cards? Well, you do. And a miracle. Oh, my God. You know, remember last week? Now, I've got to go there while I'm talking about Jimmy and over in the UK. Remember last week when I was saying all the truths are coming out? You can't make this stuff up, eh? Okay. So I got this thing about Starmer, the Prime Minister in the UK. And it's his association with Jimmy Savile. Now, here in Australia on Netflix, we have a documentary about Jimmy Savile. Huge PEDO, 500 reported cases, best friends with the royals. And now it comes out that Starmer was in charge of the Crown prosecution and claims that he never saw it with regards to Jimmy Savile. So Starmer knew 30 years ago all about the PEDO rings in the UK, and he allowed it. I don't know how I feel, you know? It breaks my heart when people are so blatantly aware of what's going on, like the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. They know what's going on. You can't tell me they don't. And to sit there on national BBC TV and say, I don't remember that. I don't recall that. You know, as someone who died, I've had my life review. I've been to heaven where there's no secrets, no lies. Truths come out. No wonder these people are trying to become immortals. What do you think? Do you think that they're trying to avoid their life review? Which is when I had to go in. There's my photo with all these beings, and there's my memories all in that box. And I stood there and I had to judge everything that I'd done in my life. How can you stand there and judge the fact that you allowed all this heinous and egregious offences? You knew about it. You said you didn't know about it. And you're pretending that your conscience is clear. Does not happen. Their life reviews are going to be so... There's no word to explain it. Because in heaven, when we do our life review, guys, everything we've done is tenfold. When I walk outside and I put some water out for the birds, that energy is tenfold. So you're crying uncontrollably with the gratitude and appreciation that those birds felt on a hot day when they get water. But when we're nasty or we do nasty things to other people, it's tenfold how we feel because we feel their reactions. So there's some nasty ones out there. Starmer in the UK, Albanese in Australia, Trudeau, which is now Karma in Canada, and Macron in France. Those are the 4 countries. I've been saying it for the past 2 years. France, UK, Australia, Canada. And you can also throw in New Zealand with that bloody bitch, Jacinda Ardern. Throw her into the mix too if you want. But I'll tell you, there is only one true hero in politics that I've seen in the past 5 years. He was the Prime Minister of a South African country. He said, no to the jabs, we're not doing it, stuff off, I know it's all fake, which it is. And they assassinated him. The new Prime Minister came in and said, oh, we're getting everybody jabbed. Anyway, let's go there with James Holland. He's already got his cards because I messaged them to him. So he got the 4 of Wands and love opens doors for others. This is where we cannot, so I'll just put it up just in case anyone else wants to see Jim's cards. He's asking for a miracle. Greetings, Dr. Lynda and everyone else. May I please have 2 cards and a miracle? Jim lives in the UK with all this crap going on with Starmer. We can't HAT it. We don't send back the same energy because then we're creating what they've already got. We send them love. We send them compassion. We send them the, oh, heck, your life review is going to be really not good vibes. Light and love from the universe, coming to you right now, zap from the universe. We love them, guys. We send them compassion. We send them understanding. We send them forgiveness. Because if I can't forgive somebody, even in the worst cases, scenarios, how do I feel then if I'm due and qualify to be a part of heaven's energy if I can't forgive? If we have to do revenge on someone, oh, he did that to me, so I'm going to go and put something in his car. That's revenge. That's nasty. That is just mimicking the nastiness that they are. We're not returning kindness back to them. We're not creating that love of heaven back. And that is what the world needs to do now. Create love back. I can't tell you enough of it. We have to do this. So let's just keep going. Carol Morris, hello from Texas. Hope for a kick butt card. Love it when people say they're from Texas. I know a couple of Texans, and I love yous from Texas. You don't mess with Texans, okay? You got Paige is good news coming. Carol Morris. And love goes swimming when it gets hot. So this is all about self-care, having fun, raise your vibrations, and swimming through all the crud that life is throwing us at this point. Okay? Alrighty. So now we go over to Next Level Soul Ascension. We've got 2 cards here. One is for Next Level Soul and one is for Willow. Yay! Next Level Soul, you got the King of Pentacles. And Love Cries Openly at Sad Movies. Pause the screen and write down your cards. So that's for Next Level Soul. There's yours. And then for Willow, the Magician card this week. Wow. Willow's about to have some epiphanies. Just remember I said that next level soul. Willow is going to have an epiphany. She's going to work it out this week. The magician's hand is at play. She's going to see the truth. You know how magicians distract and they're lying about how they do their trick, and that's why it's a trick, because it's all about smoke and mirrors. She's going to see through that smoke and mirrors this week. She's going to have the epiphany of what's true. Thank God. We can never be old enough to do that, right? Love would do small acts of kindness. So there, Willow's cards. There you go. Pause the screen again. Write down your cards, guys. Okay, there you go. All right. So next card, we've got 2 cards here again. Whoops, let me just get them right. See, I've got 2 heart cards here for Robert Harris. Hello. I am getting back to you tomorrow, Robert Harris. Okay. Please let Mel know. Yes, I'm on it. Okay. I've had my house guest here for the last 4 days. I haven't been doing much. Nothing. I'm having a little bit of a mini holiday, but it wasn't. I need a holiday to get over the holiday. So please know, Robert, tomorrow I'm back on deck. Okay. And you guys will be first on the queue that I get to and answering stuff tomorrow. So let me just look at these cards first, because these are yours, Robert. Okay. Oh, funny thing. Robert, you got the Empress card. So I'm just looking at her card. I love that card. It's number 3 in the Major Arcana, the Empress card, and love protects the young from harm. So there's yours, Robert Harris. Pause the screen, write it down so you can Google what it is. And then Mel, what did she go? 2 of Swords. Oh, this is Mel's card. 2 of Swords. And love would plant a garden of flowers. So this is where we're starting new things that we want to see that come to fruition in the next months or years. Okay, this is planning ahead types message. Okay, so I'm just going to put hers together so you can pause the screen, write it down. Love would plant a garden of flowers with the 2 of Swords. Okay. Alrighty, let's keep moving along. So now we go over to Hammer Bammers. Whoop, whoop. Dr. Lynda, may I have a card and a love dove? Yes, you can. Cheers so much. Hope all is well. Hammer Bammers, you got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. And your card says, love willingly compromises and accommodates other people's needs. So you got the Knight of Swords, and there's your love dove card that goes with it. Yay. Oops, hold it up there so you can write it down. Okay, please go Google it, because there's about 50 million different versions of different interpretations of tarot cards. So it's up to us to have a look at all the different interpretations, and then we find the one that specifically that resonates with what we're personally going through at this time. Okay, so now we go over to Cheryl Lynn in San Anton. Good morning, may I have a card? Well, you get 2 because you commented before I went live. Thank you so much. Your card is the King of Swords. Hey, we just had a king, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, no, it was a knight. So we've got the King of Swords. Yay. King of Swords. And your card says, love trusts that all will work out for the best in the end. So there's your cards, so you can pause the screen, write them down. Okay. Okay, let's keep moving. All things must pass. Got a card for you. You got the 5 of Pentacles. Here comes yours. And love would go for a walk in the sunshine. Yeah. When we go for a walk in the sunshine, that is when we clear our head. We come up with all that clarity. We have those epiphany moments. So I hope that this is relevant for what you're going through. All things must pass. Okay. Yep. Okay, so now we go over to Debs Only. Yay! Debs Only! Mwah, mwah, mwah. Fellow Aussie Nanu. Love you. Hi, Linda and everyone. Happy Sunday. May I have a message for this week? Feeling very positive. Yes, big things are coming. I am still in this. It's like a feeling of truths are coming out. Look what they've just done with Andrew. It's not over. So please watch my video I'm going to put it out this week about King Charles. Okay, because there are some very weird things going on there. Okay, so you got Debs Only, you got the Four of Cups, and love and joys doing things together. There you have it. So I'll leave it there so you can write it down and find your own little special message. Love and joys doing things together. Okay. So, guys, everything I do today is for free. Yay! Everyone gets a card. You go Google it, find out your special message. If you do want a private reading from me, please go to the link below, how to book a reading. All it means is make a PayPal transaction. I don't charge. Whatever you feel I deserve and what you feel you're comfortable with financially. Email me where you are, please, and let me know how much you've contributed so I can verify it in PayPal. We organise time zones, we organise a time and date, and voila, you get your Zoom call up to 90 minutes. The more people invest in me, the more I give to them, okay? It's just energy transfer. So, Moose Tyler, I have yours. Light and love from London. Well, am I going to imagine what you're going through over there? Hoping you and Mary are doing well. Mary's great. I love my cat. Thank you so much for asking about Mary. Can I please have a card for guidance over here in the UK? You know, Jim Holland's in the UK too. And I love it when I can just say, hey, you two are there together. I don't know if you live near each other or if you can catch up and just say, oh my God, we're all going down the toilet. But ultimately, we have to stick together through this with love and create calm, compassionate forgiveness for the planet. It's hard. It's really hard, Moosey Tyler. But if we just think, something even like, geez, I hope you get over all that pain you've been through. Something as simple as that. I really hope that you get over all the pain you've been through. We've all been through pains. So how about we do it now for ourselves? Moosey Taylor, this is for you, darling. I've got your cards. But let's do this first. I want you to just close your eyes and now say it to ourselves. I hope and pray I get over everything that's hurt me. How powerful is that? I hope and pray I get over everything that's hurt me. I'm just going to write that down. I hope and pray I get over everything that's hurt me. Because as you know, we can't love others unless we love ourselves first. So when we feel that within our heart, I really hope I do get over everything that's hurt me. And now we say it to everyone. War zones, child issues, the PEDOs out there, all that stuff going on. I hope and pray all those victims get over it. I hope that they learn how to love themselves, to feel their worth and value. I hope and pray that they feel that they're not just a manifestation of what other people believe them to be. You know, I saw the other day someone read Virginia Giuffre's book, and they said that was one of the worst books I've ever read. And I'll tell you why. Because when we're open with others, and when we're raw and truly ourselves, and we can say, guess what I've been through? We don't have to lie. We don't have to over-exaggerate. We just say our truths. It becomes a reality that people aren't seeing, because there's so many people now with their heads in the sand. And it's time to get those heads out of the sand and wake the heck up. Yeah? So, Moosey Taylor, I love you. Thank you for being honest and saying that you're in London, because it's a shitstorm over there at this point. Watch my video about Charles. I'm going to do it either tonight when I get home, because I'm going out for a few hours, or I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's all about Charles. Oh, yeah. So your card is the Four of Swords. And just remember, these swords are not on the man. He's not giving up. He's resting. He's contemplating. He's only just thinking about, what the heck have I been through? Which means that he's still got the sword here that he can grab and he can fight with that sword. Okay? Moosey Taylor, love believes in fairness and justice. Oh my God, how true is that card right now for you? Okay, so now we're going over to Kendra. Yay, Kendra! Kendra B, I hope everything is going well. May I please have a card today? Thank you for spending your time with us this morning. Yay! Okay, where am I? I've just refreshed my screen. Now I've just got to go back up to Kendra. Where are you, Kendra? Oh, here we go. Hope everyone is else. She says, thank you for the card. Nanu. Okay, so Kendra, sorry. I've just got to fix up my deck here. Oops. Okay, bear with me, because I just want to shuffle my cards again. Bear with me. I'll get you a card, Kendra. Oh, my goodness. You know, the funny thing about Americans... Oh, did you see that one just flick out? That was your card, Kendra. Oh, now it's funny because you got two, and they were like this on the floor right next to each other. So I'm going to give you two cards, Kendra, today, because you got the two spat out. We had tornado warnings here in Australia yesterday. We don't get tornadoes ever. Up until like 2 years ago. But last night, the storms that were going through here were absolute crazy. Major thunderstorms. The lightning was so intense. Oh my God. So please know, when you guys are having these hurricanes and storms in America, we get them here too. But they just don't get on the news because we've only got 25 million people in the whole country. You guys have got like 500 million over there, a little bit more. So, Kendra, these are for you. I'm saying about the tornadoes because for some reason I'm getting stay safe. I haven't looked at these cards yet, but your message that I'm reading for you today is stay safe. Okay? Now, staying safe could be anything from check your labels before you eat something, right through to don't put too much hot water in your bath. Okay? It could be take your vitamins. It could be wear better shoes when you go for your long distance walk, or just take an extra bit of water. So just be aware this week of health matters. Stay safe. Okay? Injuries or illnesses could be on the cards. That's what I'm getting for you, Kendra. Okay. Here are your cards. They're together. So the first one is the Four of Wands. And then beside the Four of Wands, we have the High Priestess. So when you're looking at these two together, put them into Google. What does the High Priestess and the Four of Wands mean together? Do your Google, because I don't do it for you, because you've got to find your own little secret message. But there's your two cards, Kendra. High Priestess. I know that's you. So now you've just got to work out what the Four of Wands means that you're doing this week. I just heard it again. Stay safe. Stay safe. Interesting that I just got that for you. I'm not too sure what that's about. So just protect yourself. Be aware of what's going on around you. Okay? I don't want you to get hurt, Kendra. Okay? So, thank you. I love you. Let's keep moving. Colin M says, good morning, Texas, UK and Australia. Colin, you got your card. Kendra says, ChatGPT says the fastest way to get a human is to say, cancel my account. I was doing the 45-minute, oh man, was I angry, trying to talk to somebody. Yeah. Okay, Traveller88, you're so dedicated to bringing your insights to us, so thank you. May I have a card for my love life? Sure, Traveller88. Love boat, exciting and new. Oh, be patient. In other words, love's not coming to your door just yet, Traveller88. Doesn't mean it's not coming in, but there's just a little bit of a delay there, okay? Yeah. The boat just hasn't landed at the port yet. Okay. The plane is in its circular, what do they call that when it's in the landing pattern before it lands? Okay. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. I hope that means something for you. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. La-da-da-da-da. Where are we now? Little Wave. Just wanted to stop in and say hello. Oh, hello, Little Wave. I hope things are going well. Hi, everybody. Everybody. Yeah, yeah. Rock your body. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, 9 of Wands for Little Wave. Singing is one of the best ways to raise our vibration, and I like singing when I'm doing tarot because it brings in the good vibrations. Bring on those good vibrations, as Marky Mark used to say. Okay, Little Wave, hope that card means something for you. Dust to Dust, apologies. I don't want a card, but you're going to get one because you're here. Love you. I'm going to do it anyway. If you don't want the card, you don't have to write it down and look it up, right? As long as I'm being generous today. Apologies, I don't want a card, but I don't think AI has to go all negative if the kids learn to vote against this stuff. And I got positive vibes they will. There's a lot of kids with their heads in the sand that just download all the apps. I don't use any apps. And that was my problem yesterday when they were saying, oh, just go into our app, it's all there. I said, I don't want to use an app. I don't download apps. I don't want it on my phone. I don't want it accessing my other information on my phone. It's my prerogative if I want it or not. And that's why I've got you finally on the phone. Can you help me? And then he said, oh, I don't have the ability to do that at my end. You've got to do it yourself. Oh, my God. I'm sick and tired of what they're doing with our lives here, guys. I really am. Anyway, but I've got to send them love. Love you. Okay. Dust to Dust. I did get you a card, and it's the Ace of Swords. Look it up if you want. You don't have to, right? But as long as I do my part, and there it is for you, the Ace of Swords. Okay, let's keep going. Kendra said hello to Little Wave. Dust to Sus said hello, happy Halloween. Cheryl in Miss Santanon, glad you had a fun Halloween. Yay! Well, my daughter did. Okay, AD28, thank you, dear Linda. Love, 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 love you too. Oh, I like that last one. Look at that last intro with the star with like the circle thing around it. Halo. The star's got its own little halo thing happening. Josie Science, pull a card for what God says. That everything will be successful, expect by the end of this semester. You know, Josie, I'm going to go there. Manners is something that everybody's losing these days. Would it absolutely kill you to say please? Would it kill you to say thank you? May I please have a card? Come on. Start to be kind. And it all starts with yourself, Josie. I'm not going to answer your card. I've got your emails there, but you know what? I haven't been on emails for the last week because I've had a house guest. I've got your email there. I'll reply to you. But just remember, darling, you're young. This is where you're learning how to be a better person. Everybody reading your card or comment, they hear, pull a card for what God sees. Where's your please? Thank you. Okay? Not being nasty to you. I'm trying to teach you that once you're kind to yourself and others, that's when good stuff starts coming back to us. It's called brownie points of heaven. Karma. The more we put out being loving, generous, kind, the more it comes back to us. As an example, as an exercise, I'd like you to look in the mirror and say, I love saying please. I love saying thank you. I love being kind. I love saying I'm sorry. There's all these little catchphrases that if we can't say them to ourselves first, we don't create the energy where we create it coming back to us. I will give you a card because I love you. And I'm only saying this because I love you. I'm trying to help you become a better person, Joe. Okay? But it's when we sit there and we really have to think. Our words create our reality. Okay? I go to one psychic online and she says, just ask for a card. People say, card please. I comment and I say, wow, I love your hair today. Thank you so much for being here. Your generosity is amazing. I'll compliment. The energy then goes to everybody else reading those compliments, and they comment and they say, oh, wow, I should have said something like that too. Yeah, we all want to be better. Oh, my God, you got the devil card. Joe, this is all your self-doubts, darling. This is all your creating negativity, and it all starts when you just start saying words that are nice. How about you start saying, I am kind. I'd like you to say that 10 times today. I am kind. I am kind. I am kind. She doesn't know what she's talking about because I am kind. See what I mean? I want you to say this. I am kind. Because once we create that energy from our words, guess what? It spirals out. See how my hand's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger? It spirals out of us and other people feel the word. And the word that we said was kind. So the more we say, I am kind, other people will be kind to us as well because they're in that same vibrational energy frequency. Okay, darling? I hope and pray that helps you. You got the devil card. Go research it because that just confirms what I've just said. Okay, Marissa Dummel says, got it. I just had some cards pulled that said I got a post to get posting and be true to who I am. I assumed it meant speaking about my psychic mediumship. Perhaps I will wait to do that until we're in a house. Yes. Marissa Dummel, thank you. She said, see, doesn't matter. 2 words, Josie Giants. What does God know my complete outcomes will be by the end of this semester? I'm not going to tell you what God's saying because if you can't manifest it for yourself, Joe, you will always fail if you expect somebody else to give you the answers. I really want you to have my higher self handbook when it comes out. How to let go of your ego that's now expecting and demanding your results, okay? And start trusting. So she has said thanks here. Draw a card, thanks, Lynda, with a heart, heart, heart. Thank you for doing that. But we don't just do it once out of 2 comments. We do it all the time. Creating what we want in life is not a 50-50 opportunity. We have to be 100% committed. I will never tell myself that I'm a dumb idiot. I will never tell myself that I'm a failure, that I can't do something. Because the minute that I tell that to myself, my brain hears it and creates it. But I tell myself every day, I am smart, I am intelligent. I know what I'm talking about. I try my best in bad situations. And everything that happens to me is an opportunity for me to grow and become a better person in life. And that's exactly what you're going through now, because you're such a young girl yourself at this point, Jo. Please listen to what I've been saying to you for the last 6 months. Okay. Sad girl, may we ask? Sure. Will I hear from Jay? Yes, you will, sad girl, but it's not what you want to hear. Oops. Sorry to tell it, but I just tell it what I hear. And I'm glad that you didn't say, how does Jay feel about you? Because it's a reading for you, sad girl. Okay. Will you hear from Jay? The answer is yes, but no. It's not what you want to hear. Okay. Oh, gosh. Cards just went everywhere. There's so many options here for you. Let me just pick up the ones that just fell on the floor. Oh, there's only one on the floor. So that's it. 8 of Swords. There you go. That's your card. There you go, sad girl. It's always one that pops out and goes off by itself. Okay. There were no others, was there? None under there? No, there's no other cards. Okay, so let's keep going. All things must pass says thank you, Angel. Robert Harris, thank you, Linda. Hope you, Tash, and the boss. Mary is the boss of this house. Yep, have a good Sunday. Yeah, Kendra says, love my cards. I am fighting a cold or something, so maybe that's what stay safe means. Yeah, darling, stay safe. Marissa Dummel says, I hope you feel better soon, Kendra. Oh, Josie Science says, I love you all. I love you, Linda. Thank you so much. I am kind, please. And thank you is all I ever do say. You know, honey, let me just go there. This is a public forum with public comments that other people read. So when somebody says, let's just go there to Marissa Dummel, the comment above yours, where she says, I hope you feel better soon, Kendra. So what Marissa is doing there is she's creating an energy of health and hope. I hope, because you've got to look at the words. I hope better. So when you've got hope and better, every single person that reads those is now hoping to be better. Okay? We've got to be so careful with every word we say. Okay? And as you see, Kendra's just commented, thank you, Marissa. And then Marissa said, you're welcome. Because now what we're doing is got A person here, we've got B person here, and they're both now creating this energy that's creating hope, better, thank you, and you're welcome. So collectively, they're now in this higher vibrational state. I love it. You know, I love it when people comment to other people on my YouTube because it makes me feel that hope, better, thank you, you're welcome. I listen to Donna Summer songs and sing them by releasing mistaken demons. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you know, when we look at songs, I sing songs that inspire. Everything you want, you've got it. Anything you need, you got it. Anything at all, you got it, baby. See? Because we're creating anything we want. My other go-to song is Marky Mark. Bring on those good vibrations. Now, I don't wear my Calvin Klein underwear and sing on stage, but I'll go there, Mark. When he's saying good vibrations. So, some eye candy coming, guys and girls, whichever way you look at it, because I don't judge your preferences out there. I've just received next year's 2026 Firefighters Calendar. I did a review. It's in my playlist under the reviews. I did one 2023 when I got it. I'm going to do another one for eye candy this week. So you can all check out the hunky shirtless fireman. And guess who else is in there? Dave. And Ben. Ben's in there again. So I'm going to do another review of the firefighters. Yeah, it's worthy to watch. So on that note, guys, I hope... Oh, here we go. Bree. Hi, Dr. Lynda. It's my first time here in your live. May I please have 2 cards? Bree, love you, darling. Thank you so much for being here. I was about to end my live, but guess what? You're here. I'm going to give you some cards. Let's go there. So, Bree, just so you know, thank you so much for being here while I get your cards. Please know you can go into my playlist on my YouTube channel. I've got a playlist there just about near-death experiences and all our heaven information. Why are there chairs in heaven? What is the music like in heaven? Do we see our love pets in heaven? Do I see my ex-husband in heaven? All those questions are asked. I've got one there about psychic information, how to be a psychic, personal development, how to be a better person videos. So please go and check out all my playlists. They're there. They're all current. They're not news sites, so they're not irrelevant next week. So feel free. They're all free to listen to. Okay. So thank you so much. I've already got your tarot card, but I'm going to do a little love dove card as well. Okay. I usually set this up about an hour and a half before I go live. That's the card, and then everything else just spat out the back. I usually set this up about an hour and a half. So I've been live for an hour, but if you go back from now, wherever you live, if you go back 2.5 hours, so it's 10 a.m. for me, so it's 7:30 in the morning. I like setting it up because a lot of people comment before I go live, so then they can just scroll through to find the bit where they're at. Okay. All right. So I've got your cards. They're both here. So let's do this for Bree. You got the King of Cups. Ooh, I like the Kings because it shows dominance, security, confidence. The Kings are always in charge, right? So you got the King of Cups, and the Love Dove card that you got, love cries openly at sad movies. So this is where the cards are telling you to be honest with people. Love cries openly. Show your emotions and be raw with people. Last week in my live, if you watch the first 15 minutes, because usually on my lives, the first 15 minutes is just me talking about stuff that comes to me from my guides. Burp. I spoke last week about how all the truths are coming out now. Okay? We're seeing all the truths coming out. Look at Andrew. Okay? We're seeing the truths now coming out. We're still going up that roller coaster, so everything's not where it's not finished yet. We're only about halfway up, and the higher we get, the more we see. So in this instance, we've really got to pay attention to what's going on around us, Bree. Okay? So please stay aware of what's going on within your own life, and then within your friends, family, co-workers, whoever else in that outer circle, and then the rest of the world in that outer circle again. So we're like onions. So I always say we've got to look after the core, and that's you, Bree. Look after your core, and then you look after your family. I've got a daughter. I've got a cat. I've got some pot plants. So they're in my next level of the onion layers. So it spreads out, and that's what I was trying to say to Josie Science before. When we look after ourselves first and we say what it is that we want to be, we create that energy from our words. And that is what is so important now. Creating energy that counterbalances everything nasty that's being thrown at us. Now, my screen just did a weird thing then, but we don't go back and repeat their energy to us, because then we become their energies and it's nasty. I don't want to be in that. So I create loving, good angel energy of heaven, because I died. I've been to heaven. I know how it feels. And if these little snotty-nosed, whatever you want to call them, out there, we've got to love them, because they're just misguided, ignorant, heads in the sand. But at the end of the day, if we can just give them compassion, education, and love. So I hope those cards mean something to you, darling. Please look it up. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so on that note, guys, I am going to get out of here, because in about 20 minutes I'm leaving the building. Yay, I'm going out. Hopefully no storms today. We've just had some really bad storms here in Brisbane. So if you do want a private reading from me, guys, please go to the link in the description. Please press the like button. Please share this with your friends, obviously. Of course, I'll never say no to that. But stay tuned, because I am doing a psychic video about King Charles. Yeah, weird video it's going to be, but please listen to it, because it's truth. If you want a private reading, all I ask for is a PayPal transaction contribution. I don't charge a set fee, only what you can afford. I've got heaps of spots available. Okay, so on that note, I love you all. Stay safe, stay aware, watch out for all these truths that are coming out, and most of all, stay in the love vibration and stay connected to those others who are. So until next week, same bat time, same bat channel, I'll be here. I'm Dr. Lynda Cramer, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.